Hello and welcome to the Burnsville's 32nd year Firemuster Community Parade. Today is Sunday, September 11th, 2001, and my name is Betty McNeil.
I'm Chris Lidome, and we thank you for joining us here on Burnsville Community Television. And Betty, beautiful day here, fantastic, and it is always great turnout. And by the view that we see up and down 130th Street here, it's another great turnout. So
absolutely. Again, let me correct myself. I did say 2001. I am doing the videotaping of the memorial afterwards, after the parade today. So again, that tells the story, the beginning of the story of 2001 and what transpired during that time. Part of the parade today will be a variety of different banners from the 2001 hit with both towers in New York. And again, we will have more information as we get started on that. But again, we lost 2,752 people in 9/11. And the statement is still true. We will never forget.
Yeah, it's a day in history of the U.S. and of the world that you will remember where you were at that moment.
Yes.
You heard the news the first time that the first plane hit the first tower.
Mm-hmm. Years ago, I was there at the towers too, Chris. In fact, it was, I think, about a year after they had opened. So that was roughly, I think, around 77 or so. And they were absolutely magnificent towers. And again, there's a celebration that is going on. It's a hard word to say, but again, there's different events going on, not just in Burnsville, but several other cities around the state and, of course, around the country. We are here for the Burnsville Firemuster Community Parade, and it's all we talk about is community. And we have a lot of floats and people walking in the parade. In fact, we have 100 units, which is fabulous. And we've got a picture-perfect day, which there's been years we haven't had picture-perfect days.
Yeah, it is. I have been a member of the community since 2000, and I remember coming to my very first Firemuster Community Parade along with my family, and it was great. It was our first sort of experience with Burnsville community, and what a great sort of first experience, initiation in a sense to the community and the sense of community that Burnsville provides. So. Absolutely.
And we've got a lot of people that work on this parade for over a year, and they will be part of the parade at the end, and that's the board of directors. So as we get started, again, you will see one of our very first cars of the police car. A few years ago, most of the cars around the country went to black and white, and the states, of course, are a little different. We have the mounted color guard here on our screen today, and we certainly thank them for being a part of this. Again, they've been in this parade for years and years. We salute all of them as they walk by. Temperature-wise, I think we're like in the 80s, so we've got a little bit of wind, and it just shows on on the beautiful red, white, and blue.
That you see not just in the parade, but you've seen throughout the community as well. People supporting the U.S. and this memorial or momentous day in history, the anniversary of it. With flags up on their homes, things along those lines. So it's it's a very, very important day. So.
And as the flag goes by, we will be standing up, and several people are doing so on the lining up of the street.
He's saying the same thing I said. They're announcing too far ahead. You gotta wait till things catch up. You know what I mean?
Mounted police going by.
Here you can show, they show a picture of the different vets that have served within our area. We thank them for being a part of what they have done over the years, again, with the duty that they have done in the past. Again, here's part of the Piper Band.
The memorial pipe band that is going by, and always brings people to their feet. The Minnesota State Fire Service Memorial Pipe Band, and they are part of a lot of parades, and they are very, very active in all communities. So we appreciate them being a part of this Firemuster Community Parade.
They also, too, Chris, do perform, of course, in the firefighters' funerals, and that's been a very long-standing tradition in the United States. As you can see on the screen there, again, we lost 2,752 people that day. And, of course, there were different flights that went down. Flight 11 and 157 crashed into the World Trade Towers on the morning of September 11, 2001. The first tower, the North Tower, was hit at 8:46 a.m., and then the Flight Tower of 175 hit the South Tower. Over 280 angels lost their lives. We lost 156 angels on 2 planes, and over 2,600 angels in the World Center Tower. The banners that you see are absolutely magnificent. Can't even say the word, they're that magnificent. Absolutely beautiful. And as you can tell, it's the different post. 471 is one of them for the kids I see that are carrying the banners. As we go into the more information again on the Twin Towers, is what I had stated earlier, that we did lose several people that year. It shows on there that 2,600 people were lost, and of course those are both of the 2 towers, the North Tower and the South Tower. And they are real close by to the Hudson River. I've been there. It's a majestic sight. And the 2 years ago when I was there on the site, I had the privilege of walking around what I could see and taking a lot of photos. And that particular day, a lot of people were doing the same thing. Empty field near, again, Shanksville, Pennsylvania, was also where one of the planes had been destroyed. That was Flight 77. It crashed into the western face of the Pentagon at 9:43 a.m., again on September 11, 2001. And we did lose 120 people that day. These banners are magnificent.
They are. The effort that's been put into them to create these and just to help people, I'm sure a lot of people do not need to, need a lot of help remembering everything that happened on that day, but you don't really have an idea of the numbers, the magnitude of the event without the help of these banners that are coming through. And you're seeing that we lost 72 New York City police officers. It's just things along those lines. And it's just, you don't realize the numbers of those who are lost.
And as it states there, 343 New York City firefighters were lost. The firefighters here in the city, we did a one-day event. I think it was around November 4th that year, and raised money, and that money went out to the families of the firefighters in New York. And then just a very majestic picture that you see there. Again, it looked like it was a dust storm, but it was certainly, of course, more than that.
And we talk about thanking those firefighters who lost their lives. We have to thank those firefighters, police officers, the EMTs, everybody who survived, who went in, rescued people, and were able to survive. And we thank them for their bravery, something that a lot of people, I think, wouldn't do. They did it and went in and risked their lives to save those.
Absolutely. And this is Mayor Elizabeth KAUTZ, and she has been with our city of Burnsville, I believe, for over 16 years or more. I do videotape meetings, so there's a lot of people that have been there for years, which is wonderful. That says something about our government. Thank you, Mayor KAUTZ. And then, as you can see, she's pretty in yellow, and also a yellow car too. Mary Sherry, again, is a city council member. Formerly, again, she had worked on the planning. Oh, here's Sparky. Now, Sparky, again, is a very, very special little Dalmatian at this point, because he was selected to be a part of that, and Sophie Turner had created that special name. Dan Keeley. I'm going to jump right into Dan Keeley again. He's been a member for a couple years now for the council, and a brand new, beautiful Corvette. I won't say brand new, but pretty darn close.
A little bit older than brand new it is. Here's the newest member of the city council, Bill Coughlin. He was elected to the Burnsville City Council after receiving nearly 58% of the vote cast in a special election on Tuesday, July 26th. He will finish off the term, the 4-year term, of former member Councilman Charlie Crichton, who unfortunately passed away. So, welcome to Bill Coughlin in his first community
Absolutely.
parade.
And again, for Charlie, he was with our council for 16 years, I believe. And so Bill, of course, is filling out the rest of that term, which, of course, would be a 4-year term.
Right, and Councilman Coughlin says he hopes to keep Burnsville taxes low, keep the city a safe place to live, work, and raise a family, and he supports business expansion to grow the city's tax base and create new jobs.
Wonderful. Congratulations. Congressman Klein and his wife is what you see in our photo right now, and he's proud to be part of this year's Burnsville Firemuster celebration. Mr. Klein has been here for several years, so we thank you very, very much. He does represent the 2nd Congressional District in the United States for the House of Representatives. John Klein does serve a variety of counties. The counties are, of course, Dakota, Carver, Goodhue, LeSueur, Rice, Scott, and Southern Washington counties. Again, Congressman Klein. And he's with his wife today, Vicki. We thank them for coming.
Along with a lot of his supporters, and I'm sure a lot of those who volunteer in his campaigns and such, following behind.
With lively music.
Very lively music.
The person you see on your screen, I am good friends with. I'm very pleased and proud to announce that Darlene Miller is the Burnsville Business Person of the Year. She is the owner of Permac, and she's also the CEO, and that is right here in Burnsville. And she's a very, very active lady because in her company, we just got some good candy from her. Thank you, Darlene. In her company, she does make custom manufacturing precision. I can't even say it. Precision. Thank you. Parts for the customers worldwide, and is virtually an industrial located in, of course, Burnsville. But again, she does serve people nationwide. So how cool is that?
Part of her service nationwide is serving as a member of the President's Council on Jobs and Competitiveness. And you may have seen her recently. She was sitting next to First Lady Michelle Obama during the President's speech on jobs recently. So, so a little high profile there for Darlene. Good seats right next to the First Lady.
And very well deserved.
I wonder if they talk jobs and maybe fashion.
Yeah, probably a little bit of both.
Sure.
All right, the beautiful photography that we've got going on the side here from some people who are taking shots, but also we have some great video footage that you can see on the screen, and I want to thank our team today. They're doing a great job. Coordinated Business Systems is what you see now.
Right. Coordinated Business Systems has been a proud sponsor of the Firemuster Parade for the past 7 years. Coordinated is a document imaging technology company that offers MFPs, printers, electronic filing systems, and networking. Coordinated is located off of 35 and Burnsville Parkway, and they will have their annual Fall Technology Show on November 15th from 10 to 6 p.m. Coordinated and its employees are also participating in the Light the Night Walk, raising money for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. For more information, visit their website at www.coordinated.com. And Coordinated Business Systems opened in Burnsville in 1983 and is locally owned and operated.
Some beautiful shirts that say "We Remember," again from Coordinated Business System. That was a great float. We need more floats. I think I say that every year, but again, it would be something that would be fun that you could get your family or your members of your teams from work of creating more floats. And
there you can see the not just the members of the parade, but the people that are lining 130th Street here in Burnsville for this this afternoon's community parade, brought to you by the Firemuster, and it's hey, it's fantastic, and the sun has gone a little behind the clouds, so it's cooled down here and just made for a great day.
And we want to thank for Devani's for being in the parade. They've been in Burnsville for several years now, and most of their employees, of course, are from Burnsville. What you're hearing next, of course, is the Burnsville High School Band. Let's take a listen. Wonderful. Again, BHS, Burnsville High School Marching Band.
I got to tell you, I had a moment of feeling old there because a lot of the members of the band that just went by are kids that I have known since they've been in elementary. Now they're in high school. Mm-hmm. So goodness gracious, time flies, I tell you.
Indeed it does, Chris. Burnsville Blazettes, again, a young group of women that just keep kicking. And I'm very proud to say our studio now has been over at the Burnsville High School for 2 years. And we do offer a variety of classes for cable. So BCTV, you want to get involved and learn more about video production, this is a place to be. And again, we're at Burnsville High School. Go Blazettes. I know they've been doing some fundraising recently, so they've been very active. And of course, school has just gotten in. And this being always the second weekend in September for Firemuster events, they, again, have been involved already.
Yeah, they are just a phenomenal group. They are so on it. I mean, they are one of the top in the state. As you look at the high kick.
Whoa. 55 girls participated in the parade this year. And they've been state champions for more than 10 years. So, hey, how great is that?
And every one of them were at the same height and on, I mean, it was right on.
Good job, gals. And we do prod them on a little, get to say hi and, yell a little bit. There we go. And that's what they do.
It's the 32nd annual Firemuster Community Parade. I'm Chris Lidome along with Betty McNeil, and we appreciate you joining us here on Burnsville Community Television. We hope you've enjoyed the parade thus far, and we want to remind you that if you're interested in a DVD copy of this parade, you can purchase them by going to our website at burnsville.tv. There you'll find a link. Click on the link to order DVD now, and just fill out the form. We will send the DVD to you, or you can pick it up at City Hall. There is a small fee for each DVD ordered. So visit us at burnsville.tv, and there you can order your DVD copies of these community parades and any program produced by Burnsville Community Television.
And that way you, again, have your own very personal copy and enjoy for years to come. Well, what do we have here in front of us? A lot of young, energetic young ladies. I am not sure if that is part of the swim team or not, but we'll let them get a little closer so we can get a handle and recognition for that particular group. We do have 100 units this year in our parade, so you're looking at about just the beginning. This is the figure skating group that is here in Burnsville. Of course, their annual spring Impression on Ice show is, of course, one of the biggest highlights of the club's yearly calendar. And this year, our show dates, they are May 11th and 12th. Again, that's the Figure Skating Club. Baseball.
Yeah,
all right.
The Burnsville High School baseball team, they are the now defending state champions after the 2011 state champions, as they did a tremendous come-from-behind win over Maple Grove to win the title in the last out, 2 outs, last opportunity, last batter, and they win it. And so, and they had finished, if I remember correctly, second the year before. So some productive years, and just a great effort there by the baseball team. That they made
it into the finals.
Yeah, but then came from behind to defeat, Maple Grove, like I said. I believe it was 6-5, and just, I mean, that has to be, probably will go down as one of the best comebacks in a state high school championship baseball game in all of Minnesota State High School League history.
Wonderful. Good to know that information, Chris. Chris, I want to talk a little bit about Chris because he's been one of our announcers for some time too, and he does a lot of the sports.
Yeah, busy with the sports, and we just had the football team go by, and they off to a good start under new head coach Tyler Krebs.
I'll listen to the cheers. Here we go. The Burnsville High School cheerleaders will be hosting their Cheerleader in Progress clinic. Excuse me, take it, Chris.
They will be hosting their Cheerleader in Progress clinic on Saturday, September 24th for children in grades K through 6. Participants will learn to cheers, participate in stunts, and learn a dance routine for a halftime performance at BHS varsity football game on October 7th. To learn more and register, go to www.communityed191.org.
Thank you. Got my voice back. This is the second parade that I've announced, and I'm pleased to be here. Just my voice wants to get a little bit deeper today. So the cheer team, boy, they've been active, especially when they've got the 25 girls in there and the guys. So glad to have them. All right.
We'll take a look at the step team as they perform. We'll give them their opportunity. The step team will be starting their 4th year at Burnsville High School. They enjoy coming together as a team each year and performing for many different groups. They have also been invited to take part in the Pan-African Conference at Minnesota State University Mankato for the past 3 years. This will be BHS step team's 4th year, as I said. Their type of dance is stepping by making beats with their body and stomping, as well as doing hip-hop moves. It originated in Africa and has been popular in many African American fraternities and organizations. Jen Waller, a teacher at BHS, saw the need to start a group at the high school that would appeal to diverse students, and thanks to the tremendous student leadership, and the team has become a crowd favorite at pep fests and basketball games.
Beautiful. All right. BHS step team. Good for them.
Here at the Sam's Club from Shakopee, taking part in the Burnsville Community Parade. And,
Now, all of a sudden, you're hearing some little girls scream. Guess what they're going after? And little boys, too. Candy.
Going for the candy.
Candy. That's all part of the enjoyment of being part of the parade.
Here's Black Dog Swimming. They have nearly 200 swimmers from various communities south of the river, ranging from age 6 to college age. The club recently won a multi-state meet in Sioux Falls. You can sign up today and learn more about Black Dog Swimming at blackdogswimming.com. The club has been around since the late 1960s and consistently places among the top clubs in the state. Numerous athletes have achieved All-American status for the last 25 years. Rocky O'Neill has served as head coach.
Wonderful. The Burnsville ski team, again, is what you see on the screen there.
They grow as a team to Indian Head at the beginning of the season. They have 5 regular races, 1 section race, and 1 invitational. They participate in various fundraisers in the community to help support the team.
Oh, this guy I just love. All right. Of course, it's the Metro Mosquito Control, and there are sometimes it feels like they are about that size here in Minnesota. But actually, they're really not. They are smaller. They do have 50-plus years of controlling mosquitoes, of course, in the metropolitan area. If we did not have that control, it would be miserable.
If you think it's bad now, can you imagine if there was no control?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Here's the Burnsville Lions Club. The Lions support collection and distribution of used eyeglasses and sponsor individuals who cannot afford them. The Lions also sponsor all 3rd grade students in District 191 with their own dictionaries and support many local efforts such as 360 communities. The International Lions are the largest service organization in the world. The Burnsville Lions was chartered in 1966 with major emphasis on children's vision and eyeglasses.
Burnsville Lions, we appreciate them being here. Dakota County Attorney, of course, James Backstrom, is once again promoting his calendar. And Chris, this is a calendar that I've looked at for years, but these are 5th and 6th graders that attend classes in Dakota County and in the district where the DARE, of course, DARE program is offered. This is a yearly calendar, which is fabulous. I've picked it up for years. And again, there's all these kids put in all these pictures, and there are only 12 that can be selected on a calendar. So the winning posters will appear in the 2012 calendar with the help of Thompson Router and Security Binding and many other contributors throughout the country. So these pictures just don't stay here. They travel. Congratulations to the kids that have been the winners. Like
you said, Good Shepherd Lutheran Church. They are a private school, grades K through 8, and they are host to the soccer conference and division champs of 2010 and 2011.
We got just a little bit of a backup, and what that tells us that again we've got a full group, and they're moving at just a little bit slower pace, but that's okay. We enjoy them for what they are. Here we go. Okay, we're going to hear some really great music. This is the Butternut Squash group, and I believe they've been with us in the past years, and they have some pretty lively music.
Yep, they've been playing music as a group for about 5 years, roughly.
As far as I know.
Next up is the ATA Martial Arts. The ATA Martial Arts offers classes for ages 3 to adult, including family classes. Classes are taught by nationally certified instructors in a state-of-the-art training facility. Gain self-confidence, enhance your physical fitness, and learn self-defense through Taekwondo. ATA, or American Taekwondo Association, is the largest martial arts organization in the world. Burnsville ATA has been in business for over 21 years.
And we always ask them to be in front of the camera right here so we can get some really good footage of them. And of course there's a few proud parents around us too that are taking pictures too. So glad to see that they can be a part of this Firemuster Community Parade once again. You are watching their 32nd year, Chris, of the Burnsville Community Parade. The Firemuster has been a phenomenal event over those years, and it's just gotten bigger and bigger, and they've offered so many other different activities for the Firemuster.
And this is great. The one big thing about this community parade is an opportunity for businesses throughout the community to come along, promote themselves, and enhance their view to members of the community, those who may not know about the existence of these businesses within the community.
Absolutely.
They can be shown there.
Well, Buck Hill, of course, being one of them, Chris.
Right.
And that's the highest point in the city of Burnsville. And Buck Hill offers a variety of skiing or snowmobiling, or snowboarding, excuse me. Snowboarding. Boy, I better get that one correct.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I've been out there when they've been snowboarding. It is so cool. And it's snow tubing. And Buck Hill, would you believe, has been in the winter business 58 years. That doesn't seem possible.
My family and I, we like to do the snow tubing. We always head to those those great runs they have all set up, and we do a lot of tubing up there. And and it's fun at night, especially under the lights. And
sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, they have a bonfire going. You can get hot chocolate, all of that type of stuff. It's a great thing.
Wonderful. Home Instead Senior Care is what you see on our screen right now. Home Instead Senior Care provides, again, non-medical home care to seniors in Dakota County, Scott, Carver, Rice, LeSueur. And their offices, of course, are located right here in Burnsville on Cliff Road. And they've been in operation since 2003.
Maury's School of Dance is next here in the parade. Maury's offers recreational and competitive dance programs, and our students range from 2 years and up. Maury's has been a part of the Burnsville community for 35 years, and they believe dance is a creative force that promotes well-being and self-confidence.
More candy, as you can tell, is being handed out. Thank you, Morris, for being in our parade today. Our sun is coming out a little bit more right now.
Here's Jimmy John's up next. Jimmy John's Gourmet Sandwiches. Very simply, they deliver sandwiches freaky fast.
There you go. And they're very good. Jimmy John's. We have about 100 units in our parade today, so we're roughly about not quite half of the way. Celebrating freedom again. This is the Kids Celebrating Christ as a multi-church, and it is been formed. Well, excuse me, it's been formed since 2006, and they're very active within the community. Celebrate freedom, of course. Celebrate peace is the other area, and it's nice to see another float. Again, we try to promote that more and more. And it's something that can be done with a group of people, whether it be all volunteering from a church, whether it be the beautiful float like the Lions Club have done for years. And again, we welcome them to do that. Fun activity that's kind of gone to the wayside, but I believe it really needs to come back. All right, now here you can see on screen, some of these kids came prepared. Look at those sacks.
Those are yeah.
I think they're doing all right.
Those are veteran parade goers.
Absolutely. Look at that. You know, they're smart. They bring their own bag.
They might have had a little help from mom and dad.
Yeah.
But still, we'll give them the credit.
We'll give them credit.
Sure,
absolutely.
Why not?
Absolutely. Here's what you see. Again, this is the Firemuster Community Parade, September 11th, 2011. And it just shows you how many people come out. And we want to thank the parents. There's so many parents that are being involved in this, and whether it be the high school, whether it be the churches, the different companies within the cities of Burnsville, we get a very active group of people that are involved in this parade. And it's the best time of year to have one.
Right. Let's take a listen to the Kids Celebrating Christ Multi-Church Tambourine and Praise Corps.
Lickerville is, I believe, new to the parade this year. They were featured on Saturday Night Live with Justin Timberlake and Lady Gaga dressed up as a beer bottle and a wine bottle doing a skit called Bring It On Down to Lickerville.
All right, go ahead. You got to say it. Bring it on down to Lickerville. There you go.
There you go. See, I knew you'd have it down.
Of course. They were opened in 2010. Lickerville is a family owned and operated, located next to the Menards in Burnsville. And they have a wide variety of wines, beer, and spirits.
All right, now you're looking at one of the more beautiful trucks within Cub Foods. Cub Foods, of course, their beautiful store in heart of the city. Mm-hmm. Very convenient. If you've not shopped there, please do so. There's other stores there, but Cub is their anchor. And again, all their fresh fruit this time of year is delightful.
Yeah, they have the two locations in the heart of the city that you mentioned, then also at McAndrews and County Road 5. So a couple locations for members of the Burnsville community and their surrounding communities to visit.
Absolutely.
Here's our Presbyterian Church of the Apostles out of Burnsville. They are a progressive congregation. They want family and individuals all to feel comfortable with them, and they continue to serve children, youth, adults, and continue to be an inclusive community with a heart for the vulnerable and disenfranchised. They are welcome. Their doors are open to everyone.
We thank them for being a part of our activity today here at the Firemuster Community Parade. They've certainly been listening to some good music. Klein Bank is making good things happen for you. Again, now Klein Bank customers can use the Klein Bank trailer that's free, which is good to know. You can reserve this trailer for your moving and hauling projects. Thank you for banking with Klein Bank, and of course they appreciate your business. The Klein Bank has been around within the communities since 1907. I didn't realize it had been that long. that they've been in business. Again, they are members of the FDIC and an equal housing lender. And again, they do offer checking and savings and home loans.
Next up is RDO Equipment. Heavy maintenance equipment, and from you see the variety of equipment that they offer there and have, and I think they have something for everybody. Whether it's little projects, big projects, you can contact RDO Equipment. There are locations in Minneapolis, St. Cloud, Mankato, Marshall, and Rochester, and a lot of John Deere products, as you see. So I know I have some family members who are like this heavy machinery type stuff, and they would be,
they'd be happy to see it.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Oh, absolutely. All right, the Youth Dance Ensemble in School is what you see on your screen right now. They have over 25 students and parents, of course, with the staff. They are one very, very busy group. They are a nonprofit organization, and again, dedicated to the tradition of dance education as an art form. They provide dance training from creative movement through the pre-professional level in ballet, jazz, and modern dance. Again, a unique program for many other different ages that are available. A variety of classes, in other words. They do have a website. It's ydesschool.com.
Next up is Augustana Regent at Burnsville. They are a housing with services organization that serves elders with housing, assisted living, and memory care. They opened in 2004 and have served approximately 150 seniors and are part of the Augustana Care Corps, the 27th largest nonprofit senior housing organization in the nation, with 2,000 employees who serve 2,500 residents.
And I've been at their facility, and it is absolutely lovely. If you want to take a member of your family there that is in need of new housing, Augustana is the place. It looks like we've got a king there riding.
Yeah, king and queen in the back there of the truck. Would that be King August and then Queen Augustana?
Sure.
Sure.
Makes sense to me.
There's our regent, regent of Burnsville royalty, riding in the two trucks.
Good for them. Good for them.
Next up is Burger Jones. Burger Jones is open for lunch, dinner, and late night dining. They're open daily from 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. Happy hour from 2 to 6 p.m. and then 9 p.m. to close Sunday through Friday. They have a dining room, patio, and bar, and ample free parking.
Oh, they were screaming for something special.
Yep, they opened up recently at the intersection of County Road 42 and County Road 5. So Burger Jones making some, the best burgers in the Twin Cities, according to Minneapolis St. Paul Magazine.
And they're passing out Frisbees. That's what you hear from the screaming from the kids. Cool looking Frisbees. What a great idea.
And now it's a good place to have the Frisbee, but then temporarily you can use it, turn it upside down. It's a place to store all your candy that you've collected as well if you don't have a bag.
There you go. Always thinking, Chris. This is great. Just want to do a reminder. We do have an open house that will be coming up shortly, and we'll talk about it more. But again, it's the fire department's open house, October 13th. What you see on your screen now is District 191. That's early childhood programs that they offer. And again, anywhere from just your tiny tots to preschool. It's a full-day child care program through, of course, the District 191 community education. And they've been around for more than 25 years. Thank you for being a part of it.
Next up is the Burnsville Education Association, the BEA, the group of Burnsville public school teachers from pre-kindergarten to 12th grade and District 191, including the BEA Teacher of the Year, Joe Meyer. So a lot of the teachers from the district walking, and I guess it's more encouraging to be the Teacher of the Year because you get to ride then in the car instead of having to walk the parade route. But on a nice night like this, nice day like this, you walk. So.
That's the answer.
So
thank you for coming.
Yeah,
And they're looking at us. They're saying, you know what? I haven't gotten one piece of candy yet. I think I have a problem. I have all kinds of wonderful kids in front of me.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
that's all right.
Yeah, they've been scooping it up left and right.
That's all right. Cub Scout 204. Again, this is a group of about 20 young men. And what they say on our paperwork here is, boys just want to have fun.
If girls can, boys can too.
Absolutely. And they are at Echo Park Elementary. And they enjoy, of course, camping and doing community work and a variety of service projects, of course, throughout the community. I have 2 nephews that are in Boy Scouts. So, and I know the one nephew just came back from being up north camping for a week. He loved it.
They like to have fun, especially in front of the camera.
Absolutely. You know? Can you tell that? Yes, indeed.
So next up here is the Burnsville Girls Fast Pitch Association. Hey, this is a great.
This is cool.
It's very cool. Great idea for a float. Put the batting cage on the back. Burnsville Girls Fast Pitch Association are a competitive community fast pitch softball program for young female athletes from the Burnsville Savage area. They compete in league and tournament play in and around the state.
I think that is so great. Look at what they can do in there.
They have 84 female athletes ranging from ages 7 to 16 years of age.
Now, I don't remember them having that last year, but you know what? A great idea to show them what the kids are doing. And, of course, they're having a good time.
All right. The Minnesota Valley Transit Authority is up next. The MVTA operates a variety of transit service from Burnsville, including local bus service, connections to other buses, like to Eagan or Apple Valley, and express bus service to downtown Minneapolis and St. Paul. Burnsville Transit Station, Highway 13 in Nicollet, also serves as a depot for Jefferson Line's buses, allowing residents to travel across the country via bus. The Minnesota Valley Transit Authority was founded back in 1990. And that was, I just learned that. I didn't know they were a depot for Jefferson Line. So that's the transit station at 13 in Nicollet. You learn things every day, don't you?
Yes, indeed you do.
Beautiful buses for the Minnesota Valley Transit Authority.
And you know what, Chris? I do go over in that area on Saturday mornings because they have a wonderful farmers market there for farmers. And it's that time of year to get fresh fruit. Abba, auto body and glass. And look, they're in a wonderful old abracadabra. Okay, for auto body and glass. We'll get it right. It's the recognized leader in auto body, of course, auto glass and painless dent repair industry. They've enjoyed a variety of success, not just here in Burnsville, but of course in Fridley when they started back in 1984.
All riding on one of the good old Minneapolis Fire Department trucks. Next up is the BHS Theater Guild, now entering its 51st season. The Burnsville High School Theater Guild is entirely self-supporting, does not receive funds from school budgets, but instead relies on fundraising and ticket sales to support its programs in the 7 productions it stages each year. Each show is built upon the help of students and parent volunteers who build every set, design every costume, handle lighting, sound, cue, and posters from scratch. They have many great performances coming up this year, including Once Upon a Mattress, November 3rd through the 12th, Blythe Spirit from December 1st to the 10th, and the One Act Festival, January 21st through the 28th. And there's a whole lot more.
Absolutely. You did see a number 191, the foundation that was just on our screen there. And again, very, very active in the community. It is a foundation. Going on to the Footstep Dance Studio. Again, we are competing in Minnesota, and they're being voted or have been voted for the best dance studio in 2008. They perform Thriller at Halloween events, which of course is a very popular one to do. And they offer Zumbra Fitness. Footstep has been in the business for 11 years, and they're very competitive and also non-competitive dance studio classes for ages 2.5 up through adults. Burnsville JCs, again, the JCs of course have been around in the area, very, very active. always take a look at the local newspapers this week and, of course, current, and you will see how active they are.
They've been serving the community for 48 years. They were instrumental in founding and establishing the Firemuster as Burnsville's premier city festival while providing leadership development through community service. And over the years, the Burnsville JCs have contributed toward park improvements, youth events, scholarship funds, and a lot more.
Well, again, here we are for BHS, Burnsville High School, and this is the girls lacrosse team. And, of course, lacrosse right now, really, Chris, is one of the fastest growing sports in the Midwest at this time. And for the last 2 to 3 years, they have more than 65 girls in the program and have grown to 3 team levels, which is really wonderful. It just shows you that it continues to grow and grow. It's been in the high school activity schedule for the last 5 years. And as I stated earlier, they do have 65 girls in it. Our practice, of course, is February and early March, and tryouts.
Elite Gymnastics Academy. They offer a variety of recreation on it, and competitive gymnastics and tumbling, for boys and girls in the city of Burnsville. They were founded in 2006 by a gymnastics family from former USSR. They opened their doors in May 2007.
I was just watching one of those young men. Look at him. Talk about energy. Very nice, very nice. And the asphalt is a little warm today, so I'm glad that they've got gloves on. How fun is that, though?
The rings, the uneven bars. How awesome.
Great way to burn off some energy.
Absolutely. Everything that goes into gymnastics, the coordination, the strength, the focus. I mean, there's a lot more to it than people really know.
And dedication.
Very much.
From the parents, too. Thank them for being a part of this special event.
Up next is the Cub Scouts Pack 445 from Neal Elementary. My kids, when they were younger, were a part of this.
That?
Yeah.
Good.
They're a scout group of 50-plus boys with a history of community service projects. Cub Scout Pack 445, they serve Neal and Vistiview Elementaries.
So, in other words, you may recognize some of these people as they're honking.
Absolutely.
Wonderful.
The parents and the kids involved, so lots of familiar faces.
Pack 445. Now I've got a connection to that pack. That's great.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Music. You're going to hear some great music from a great classic calliope. What you hear in the background. And it is Tom's Mechanical Music. And he's out of Bloomington. Let's listen.
And right behind Tom's Mechanical Music is the ISD 191 Board of Education. There you go. Having a little fun out here this afternoon. Throwing out candy to those along the parade route.
For some reason, there's a tie-in with Firemuster Parade. You have to have candy.
Absolutely. I think it's a requirement.
Absolutely.
It should be a requirement.
Yeah. It doesn't say anywhere it's a requirement on the paper, but I think that sounds good.
But you have to use your power. You've got connections. Make sure it all comes to us from this point forward.
There we go. MOPS. Again, MOPS is part of Faith Covenant Church. We want to thank them for being a part of this because they're on the corner of one of the corners that we turn into, and so of course we use their parking lot. We have to say thank you to them because again, they're right at that spot, and that affects, of course, their Sunday morning service. Faith Covenant, they do have, of course, a website, faithcovenant.org, and they're on the corner of 130th and Nicollet, real close to the heart of the city, and of course City Hall.
Next up, Coldwell Banker Burnett. Coldwell Banker Burnett is proud to support the city of Burnsville through its participation in the Firemuster Parade, being a drop-off center for 360 communities and a variety of other events. And Betty just getting a flag from the members of Coldwell
Absolutely, how
Banker.
beautiful. Thank you.
They are the city's largest residential real estate firm, serving all the south of the river communities.
I had to say thank you. Another person got a flag for you too, Chris.
Thank you. Taken care of now. They must have heard us. We were talking about, candies. We'll start with the flags.
Yeah. So. Very timely. Schmitty. Go ahead.
No, please go right ahead.
Schmitty. I like to say that. Schmitty. Schmitty and Sons. Again, they've been around for quite a number of years. It's a bus company, obviously. And then they do have a trolley that you see right there on your screen. And it is available for hire. What fun that would be.
Yeah, they've been in business since 1952. And so, the bus company, and you see them driving around a lot, handling, the school buses and things. And hey, you can rent that trolley that you just saw, as Betty mentioned, and for some great, bachelor parties or birthday parties, you name it.
Parties, whatever.
Absolutely, all kinds of parties.
Called to Rock. Oh, look at those colors. Looking good. Called to Rock is made up of 8 talented children from the grades of 5 to 9. And they travel throughout the region, playing their own brand of Christ-centered music. Let's listen. Called to Rock. Again, they are located at the Hosanna Lutheran Church. And they've been together a few years now. Look at that age range.
Our next group, TCF National Bank. They are happy to serve the community of Burnsville with 3 locations. Well, thank you to TCF Bank for being a part of the Firemuster Community Parade here.
And they've made some major changes, Chris, for the new TCF bank on County Road 42 just recently. Thank them for coming to our parade. See how many people we have in this parade? It's unbelievable.
Yeah, once again, it's the 32nd annual Burnsville Firemuster Community Parade. Along with Betty McNeil, I'm Chris Lidholm, and we thank you for joining us here on BCTV Channel 14, and hope you're enjoying the parade thus far. We're just a little over halfway through it, and we want to remind you, if you want a DVD copy, like to order a DVD copy of the parade, just visit burnsville.tv. There will be a link in which you can order your copy online. There's a small fee for each DVD ordered, but visit us, burnsville.tv. Order your DVD copies.
Thank you. Thank you. You're seeing some young ladies on the sidelines here, waving their flags.
All right, we have to make sure we mention St. John the Baptist Catholic School that went by.
They have a strong reputation for academic excellence and, of course, small class sizes, which is very important. Daly, Ted Daly, again, he represents Egan and Burnsville, and you can see he has a lot of supporters out there today. And again, he is part of the Minnesota State Senate District, again, 38.
There you look at the St. John's Chargers, part of St. John's the Baptist. the Stepping Stone Preschool of Savage as well. So it, good old maroon and gold.
Yes.
Good colors.
The good colors.
University of Minnesota fans had a little trouble yesterday in their game against New Mexico State, but that was yesterday.
What was the final score?
28-21, I believe it was. So.
Plenty of people having plenty of fun. Look at this.
We have to make sure Burnsville Dairy Queen. They're just one of a few businesses that will hire young people out of the correct age to teach them a trade and leadership qualities. They are family operated and care about their customers.
And Dairy Queen's on 13. It's been there for a number of years. Highway 13, I should say. For people that are new within the city of Burnsville, yeah, this event has been going on for 32 years, and it gets so many different people involved. And if you're new to the community, circle your calendar, because it's always the second weekend in September.
Supposed to wear something different color, so they can take you out of the crowd.
Yeah. You guys have a great day.
Got a close-up shot there of Senator Daley.
Right. Next up, Patch.com. Patch.com is your community resource for news, local businesses, events, and surrounding community information. Patch is an AOL company with 24 sites in Minnesota and 860 across the country. Local editors, bloggers, and freelance writers contribute daily.
So if you want to know what's newest and the hottest thing in Burnsville, go to BurnsvillePatch.com. Anchor Bank. Anchor Bank is, of course, here in Burnsville. Just a little of trivia information, because I videotape city meetings. The anchors that they have out in front of each bank is not just an anchor. It has been anchored to a ship, and again, they are all hand selected. So thank you, Anchor Bank, for being a part of the area of the city. They've been in business in the Burnsville office since April of 2007, and they do have over 16 branches in the Twin City area. Anchor Bank, Burnsville. And we thank them for coming.
We also have to mention U.S. Bank right there. U.S. Bank, great home equity rates, car rates in Burnsville locations since 1977.
Good looking truck.
Yeah, very nice.
And more dancers and more dancers. All right, this is Studio 4 dancers. Look at the energy that they have there, which is great. They have roughly about 80 people that they work with as far as dancing. And you can see it's a fun age to be at that point, dancing a lot. And the age groups are anywhere from 18 months up to 18 years. Again, it's very competitive. It's a recreational dance studio, though, too. So it's recreational and competitive spirits. So it just depends on what area you want to get. Get your kids registered, have them get into the fun, and look at the energy that they'll use. Can you tell that they're in front of a camera?
No,
all right.
Not at all. There's a lot of shy kids, apparently.
Absolutely. They're having way too much fun, aren't they?
Right. Cub Scout Pack 471 out of Burnsville. They have boys in grades K through 5 meet to experience a wide range of social activities and award requirements that develop their self-responsibility, confidence, and service ethic. For over a century, the Boy Scouts of America has helped build the future leaders of this country by combining educational activities and lifelong values with fun. So thanks to Cub Scout Pack 471 for being a part of the parade this afternoon.
And we have to thank the parents once again. I keep saying that, but it's true. The parents are the backbone of so many different activities. They become leaders themselves. And we just want to say thank you once again.
That was quite the handful of candy, and here comes another one out of that little one's hands. Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
he's become a fan favorite quickly, if he hasn't already.
Sprint, heart of the city. They're a full-service center, and they offer free training to anyone with Sprint on how to, of course, use their device.
Burnsville Girl Scouts is next, and they are having new member night on September 29th at the Burnsville City Hall. Girl Scouts 100-year birthday 2012 party at the Mall of America, March 10th and 11th of 2012. Oh, nice group. Good group gathered for the Girl Scouts.
Yes. They're having a good time. And they know how to cheer. How about that? Dan Hall, again, his volunteer team is here in our parade today. Senator Dan Hall continues to represent Burnsville as far as faith, family, and freedom. Senator Hall considers it a privilege to uphold the values at the Minnesota Capitol. His family are lifelong residents of Minnesota and have lived in Burnsville for over 20 years.
There you see the Girl Scout Troop 14405. The girls raised $300 to send a parcel of food, clothing, and school supplies to orphanages and hospitals in Burkina Faso, Africa. That's tremendous.
Yes.
That's fantastic.
And you did a good job of saying, what, Africa?
Burkina Faso.
There you go. And you see right there on your screen again, that is Dan Hall that's waving, and with his lovely wife. They have lived again in Burnsville for over 20 years. And of course, the next election will be 2012. And like everyone else, he does have a website, votedanhall.com. Now, here's an interesting shot. Look at that.
It's kind of how I feel sometimes in the morning. Just kind of, ugh. So, there we go.
Again, as you can see on the sign, Senator Dan Hall and Pam Mara, and the cliche that they're using there is stop the pork. Now, Pam, I believe that is her right there that is shaking hands. She's a freshman as a representative for the House District 40A. Now, 40A is the northern center and North Central and Western Burnsville and the downtown area of Burnsville. She is serving on the Tax and Education Finance, Education Reform, and the Capital Investment Committees. And of course, I say please check out her website, pamforhouse.com.
I'm loving the sign. I think that's a great idea, that carrying right over Pam's head with the arrow pointing to, hey, this is the one that's Pam. So
because sometimes they get ahead, sometimes they get behind, and shaking hands, and it's a good idea. So creative marketing.
Absolutely. Next up, Schmidt Music Rockstar Academy. They are a brand new lesson program for beginning to intermediate students of guitar, bass, keyboard, drums, and vocals. Rockstar Academy is open to all student ages 7 and up. They're committed to accelerating your journey from the garage to the stage by providing students with the best possible music education experience.
What a great idea. Schmidt Music is in Cobblestone Court.
Red Savoy Pizza in Burnsville, 3-time winner of Best Pizza in Burnsville. They're serving old school pizza since 1965.
And they are on, Chris, the New Germany Fire Department truck. And if you did see the truck parade yesterday, and it will be continued to be televised, it was also involved in the Vulcans for St. Paul. Again, remember 9/11. Lutheran Church of the Ascension is right off of Highway 13 and County Road 11. A very lovely church, and they're speaking of fishers of men. Very nice float. Thank you, Ascension. Again, that's the older part. Ascension Lutheran Church is located in River Hills, and again, that's one of the older communities, the very first community within the city of Burnsville. Some lovely, lovely homes, and of course, churches too.
Eric's Heating, they provide professional services for heating, cooling, and indoor air quality. They, customers in the Twin Cities metro area for 7 years.
And it is Snap Fitness that you just did see on the screen. And we thank them for being part of our parade today. Snap Fitness. They're now open, as you can tell from their sign. Check them out, Snap Fitness. The sun is shifting. All of a sudden I have sun on my back.
Yep.
It is warm. It's got to be in the 80s somewhere.
All right. Next up, the Valley Fair Amusement Park band and group, including Valley Haunt, Valley Scare, and all of that good stuff. This fall, Valley Fair will once again transform into Valley Scare, the largest Halloween attraction in the upper Midwest. Terror awaits you at every turn for the 6th annual Halloween Haunt at Valley Scare, featuring 8 haunted attractions, including an all-new horrifying outdoor maze, mystifying live shows, and your favorite thrill rides. It's another reason to scream in the park.
And for our visitors or listeners, Valley Fair now is part of Camp Snoopy. That was part of that major change.
Yeah, they are in an agreement, so Camp Snoopy is part of Valley Fair, and they are now open weekends through the end of October, so make sure to check out Valley Scare.
And you walk along the side streets here, you're going to see a couple of them. And that's not one of them.
That would be Diane Anderson. She is a state representative for the House District 38A, which includes the western half of Eagan and the northeast part of Burnsville. As the state representative, Diane commits herself to providing common sense leadership to the state capitol. Her primary focus is to improve Minnesota's economy by growing the private sector jobs and reducing government regulations. Anderson believes that they need to reduce government spending. She wants to provide tax relief to the hardworking Burnsville residents. Diane cares about providing quality education and believes we need fair funding for our suburban schools. She also wants to make sure that Minnesota is a great place to live, raise a family, and work.
And now we're switching gears again, but this is so cool. They were at the block party last Wednesday night at the Nicollet Inn, and this is Frightmare at Buck Hill.
I wonder how Diane drew the short straw, getting stuck between Valley Scare and the Frightmare.
I don't know. That's a good question. We'll have to ask Ron. Ron Green was the coordinator for the parade this year and doing a fine job.
Yeah, Frightmares, they feature a full night of fright starting in October. Make sure you don't miss Minnesota's premier haunted attraction. Frightmares at Buck Hill has been scaring visitors for 3 years now. This is the one haunting experience you will never, ever forget. Ever forget. We were talking deeper voices earlier. Oh, I think some kids just got scared by us. Just a little bit. Cracker Jack's drumline have wandered up into the crowd here.
Oh, yes. They're right to the right of the screen. You probably can't get them, but you can hear them. Cracker Jack drumline. Now, I don't know where they got their name, but it's pretty cool. There they go.
And for you watching at home now. All right, the Cracker Jack drumline. Next up is our Burnsville Hockey Moms Club. They serve Eagan, Burnsville, Savage, and the ISD 191 school district.
And I know it's 80-some degrees out, Chris, right now, but you know what? I hate to say it, but hockey season will be here before we know it.
Oh, I know. And you've talked a couple times, Betty, about thanking the parents.
Mm-hmm.
I have to tell you, of all the sports, the hockey parents, I'm not one of them, but what I hear from the hockey parents, I know they're up at all times, of the day to get the kids to practice, get the kids to their games.
Mm-hmm.
So, big thanks to the parents for their dedication and support of their kids' love for the sport of hockey.
And ice time can be a variety of different times. So, again, like what Chris was saying, it's the dedication that makes the difference.
Here's Custom Remodelers, Inc. They are a Minnesota family-owned company, proudly serving Minnesota and western Wisconsin for the past 22 years.
I have all kinds of great ideas to remodel my house. But I wonder if they'd come out and do it for free.
If you talk about them enough here, I think they might help you out.
Have my list. Custom remodelers. And I'm not sure if this is the first year or not, but I think it is. We thank them for being a part of the Firemuster Community Parade.
BHS First Robotics Team, number 3184. They compete in the First Robotics competition and attend local and regional events to promote STEM education. We're started in 2010. The team consists of 9th through 12th grade students and adult mentors from our community.
What you're seeing on your screen right now is the River Hills United Methodist Church. Again, they are located right on Highway 13. They have a website called riverhillssumc.org. And let's listen to their music.
Come visit us at River Hills Church right on Highway 13 in Burnsville. River Hills Drive between Cliff and Tifley. Next Sunday we're having our Apple Fest. Come see us at 12:30 to 3 in the afternoon, September 18th. And don't forget the pumpkins. We're the Pumpkin Church in October. Come and see us.
Wonderful. River Hills United Church, again, Methodist Church, is located on Highway 13, as you heard from the speaker there. A very active church within the community, and they have been here at Firemuster for several years. You're seeing some of the sights of the sidelines of young and old, and gee, for some reason there's different candy and different things within what the kids are eating. My goodness.
A lot of the kids who are along the parade route today are going to be up late because they're going to be on a major sugar high.
Absolutely.
Nothing better than to do on a school night, huh? The kids are going to be wired.
Oh, dear. Well, tell you, here's the group that work the hardest, and they work all year long, and this is the board of directors. They do have co-chairs this year that are sharing the responsibility, Tom Taylor and Jim Marchett, and they have been doing that for a couple years now. Thank you. And for events is Jody Congdon, vendors, Linda Jones, fundraising, Brent Landauer, treasurer, Ken Sipka, and Ken has purchased a fire truck. And publicity is Jerry Zalowski, and grounds, Steve Cherney. Just a reminder, once again, these are people that work on this event almost all year long, because they'll take a couple of weeks off to collect their thoughts, and they'll get started once again. We thank them for being a part of it. Again, want to remind you of the open house for October 13. The fireman said, Betty, please remember this. The Fire Station 1 has been remodeled and updated. That's at 911 West 140th Street. Again, that's between Target and Kohl's. As we continue to look here, we are coming to a close of over 100 units within our parade today. This will be replayed several times in the next few weeks, so just take a look at your local listings, Chris. And this is the first time that Chris and I have announced together. Yeah. We've talked about different events over the years, but never knew exactly what ones we were going to be doing. So,
right.
Congratulations! Thank you. Good job.
I am now a pro at these parades, learning from the ultimate pro.
No. We learn from each other. Yeah, I can learn a lot from Chris with doing sports. Again, thank you so much. This is the 32nd year for the Burnsville Firemuster Community Parade. Get involved. That's the key to make this event even bigger and better. Get involved in your community. Get your kids involved.
Right, and like Betty was saying, if you want to find the replay times of the parade, you want to order DVD copies of this parade, visit us at burnsville.tv. There you'll find all the information you need about Burnsville Community Television, the programs, anything you need about BCTV Channel 14 you'll find right at burnsville.tv. Be sure to find us on Facebook at BCTV14. So facebook.com/BCTV14, and you can like us, like our page there, and there as well you can find out more information about everything that BCTV has to offer. Well, that'll do it here from the Burnsville Firemuster Community Parade. For Betty McNeil and our entire BCTV crew, I'm Chris Lidholm. We thank you so very much for joining us once again, and we hope you've enjoyed this parade. Betty, thank you.
Thank you.